Hi there. You have found Quantum Christianity, where we are learning how to be a Christian in a quantum world. My name is Patty Bowman. I thought I would start this first lesson by sharing with you my biases. Yes, I have them. So do you. In order for you to benefit from what I'm sharing, I think you need to know mine. I see the Bible as a sacred book. I will be using lots of scriptures from the Bible during these lessons. I do not take every word in the Bible literally. I see the Bible as a map, not the territory. It's full of history, family trees, stories, and precious gems. There's also a lot of clutter. I sort through the clutter to find those precious gems. Now, some Christians would say, you can't do that. And I say, yes, I can. God has given me a brain to think for myself, the power to choose, and the power of discernment. And that's available to everyone. I do not believe that the Bible is written by God. I believe it was written by people who had a relationship with God. I have no doubt that most of them were inspired. So you might call what I'm doing here the Gospel according to Patty Bowman. We all get to write our own story. I have been inspired to share mine. I am not an ordained minister. I have never been to seminary. I do read a lot. I was born into a Christian family, so I have always known Jesus. And once I was introduced to quantum physics, I began to see all of these connections. And that's why I'm here. If you are okay with all of that, then let's continue on to Lesson 1. First, I would like to define the difference between quantum physics and Newtonian physics. Sir Isaac Newton developed what I call Newtonian physics. It's also called classic physics. He believed the world is a machine. Everything is solid, matter. It's physical, it's mechanical. We humans become aware of it through our 5 senses. We touch it, see it, taste it, hear it, smell it. If we don't like where it is, we pick it up and we move it. Newtonian physics has been around since the 1700s, and we have lived with that understanding. In a Newtonian world, we have very little power. Something happens out there in the world, and we react to it. We are basically victims of the world we live in. Along comes quantum physics with this belief that everything is vibrational. Everything is vibrating. Trees, rocks, people. And if that's not enough, our thoughts are vibrating, our feelings are vibrating, even our words vibrate. Everything is energy. Everything has a frequency. Now this changed everything, and it's taken about 50 plus years for scientists to kind of catch up with this new way of seeing the world. We live in a quantum world. We live in a world of vibration, and in that world, we are all participants. In 1944, the father of quantum physics, Max Planck, said this: "We are not solid. There is no matter. It exists as a force. There is a conscious mind behind the force." Scientists call it a fundamental and unifying force. It reminds me of this scripture in Acts, the 17th chapter, verse 28. "For in him we live, move, and have our being." I would like to move on to a scripture in Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. God created human beings in his image. So if we are created in the image of God, we must be like God. Therefore, what is God like? Well, God is love. God is powerful. God is a creator. We could make a long list, but I want to just focus in on creator. What is the first step in creation? You get an idea. We create in our minds. You could call it a spiritual form of creation or a vibrational form of creation. There's no physical form yet, just an idea. We spin those ideas around in our mind for a while before we ever take out a pen to write it down or to draw it out. We're simply playing with an idea. And then later we have to gather all those materials together in order to actually create that idea. We are creators, just like God. We may not create galaxies, but we do create. We create recipes for food. We create with words, with yarn. We create music, dances. We create with paper, with paint, with cameras, with fabric. We even create buildings. The list is endless. So what have you created lately? Tell me in the comments. And on the way to your comments, hit that thumbs up button. We will be talking more about creation in the next lesson. Until then, let your light shine.